Good day to everybody out there. So I just saw online where is a chef AJ or something like that, some lady who I just kind of came across in the last couple weeks online, and it says that she has cancer. So and I know she usually interviews a lot of raw foodists, a lot of vegans, so on and so forth. So I just wanted to make sure she was vegan, and I came across it that she's vegan. And a lot of people think that eating vegan is healthy. What I'm getting at here is she said that she has cancer. And this goes back to that saying that veganism doesn't equate to healthy, because I'm not sure what her regimen was or her day-to-day lifestyle is, but soy products I try to stay away from. Beyond burgers, Impossible Burgers, a lot of the processed foods I try to stay away from. Why? Because we don't know what chemicals they're putting in those foods that may cause cancer or any other diseases that are stuck in the body. And I think a lot of us vegans need to take, quote unquote vegans, I don't even really like to use that term because I still wear leather. But I think a lot of us need to take something from this scenario. And what can we learn from this? Because I'm sure she's a chef, so maybe she has some type of videos of where she's making videos and what type videos of where she's making food and what type of food she's using. But I haven't seen anything speaking on her, and I haven't looked at anything, but I'm just jumping to the conclusion because a lot of us always say, oh, he's vegan, he's healthy, or she's vegan and she's healthy. No, that doesn't equate to being healthy. It's a lot of trash vegan food out there. You can go to McDonald's every day and eat fries and call that veganism. That's not healthy. Eating a bunch of dry foods all day, that's not healthy. Processed foods, that's not healthy. Even if it doesn't have dairy or meat products in it, it's still not healthy. So we have to take a step back as vegans, quote unquote. And this is why Dr. Sebi liked to use the word alkaline, because that is a more fitting word for me. Even though I don't call myself alkaline, I don't deal with a lot of those foods that vegans eat. Cauliflower, beets, broccoli, none of that stuff. I don't eat it. Potatoes. Now, if I'm at a restaurant and there happens to be some potatoes in the food, I'm not going to throw it away. But that's not something that's on my regimen every day. It's mostly fruits, some vegetables, some nuts and seeds. But I think we have to learn something from this. Veganism doesn't equate to being healthy. Exercising, you have to exercise. You have to get the proper amount of sunlight. You have to drink a sufficient amount of water if you're not eating a lot of fruits. Me, I don't drink a lot of water. And if I do, it's usually something like this. I'm in a hotel right now. It's coconut water. Or I'm traveling right now. Or some of these blueberries. You feel me? So we have to really take this thing serious and start to realize that veganism is not the end all be all. Veganism is for people that are trying to protect the animals. And I don't like to use that for me. You know what I'm saying? But condolences to her. Hopefully she can make the proper transitions to better, healthier foods where she can get rid of that cancer, because it is reversible. We know these things. She knows these things. She knows too many people that have. Dr. Douglas Graham, I saw him on the show. I don't know much about him, but I just been listening to more videos recently. I think she had someone on her show named Tim Trader. That guy's in excellent shape. Aris Latam. These guys are gurus, legends at this point. These guys are 70 plus years old, thriving in the vegan community. Karen Calabrese, what's her name? The lady from Florida whose husband just passed away, God rest his soul. Annette Larkins. I mean, listen, there's ways that we can get rid of these sicknesses. And I don't want to say people like her give veganism a bad name, like, oh, veganism is healthy. No, she's not giving it a bad name. This just makes us learn and say, well, what is she eating? Is she eating a lot of tofu? I don't deal with tofu. Is she eating a lot of soy products? I don't deal with soy. Is she eating a lot of Impossible Burgers? You know what I'm saying? Does she drink wine? You feel me? Like, and I'm not saying wine is a bad stimulant. But in moderation, some things, I don't want to say moderate. I don't drink. I mean, I don't drink anything at this point, but I have. We don't know where her day-to-day lifestyle is. So we have to look at this whole scenario and say, because if somebody like the skinny lady that died, the real skinny lady who was really, she looked like she was malnutrition last year, or a year before last, and they try to say raw food, this was this and that, and see, raw food don't work, that she just ended up dying. We don't know why she died. They came up with all kinds of shit, and what you saw online was, this is what raw food does to people when she died. Hopefully nothing happens to this lady. She seems like a really nice lady, and, hopefully she can get everything under control. But I would hate for people to take her situation and say, see, this is what vegans do too. They get sick as well. Because to be honest with you, vegans do get sick. Because all that shit ain't healthy. All that stuff that, quote unquote, us vegans think we be eating, that ain't healthy. So, yeah, let's keep things in perspective. I hope the woman gets better. She has a lot of resources. She knows a lot of people. Hopefully they can bring her over to the side of discipline and taking a lot of things out of her regimen that may put her back on the side of health and wellness without the cancer. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm in a hotel, so we're not gonna make this an excuse. I got my blueberries, I got my coconut water, right? I also have some walnuts, some Brazil nuts, some dates, some plums. I'm sorry, pears. All of that is pears that I have, of course. So we're not gonna make this an excuse. But what do you do when you're traveling? Either you're gonna prioritize your health, or you're gonna sit there and make excuses to everybody else on why your health is and isn't what it is. I'm sorry, excuse me. We're gonna make excuses to why your health isn't where it's supposed to be, instead of taking accountability for you. I'm traveling right now. First thing I did was hit the farmer's market, Trader Joe's, and whatever other market I could come up with. You right? Not everybody has that luxury, and this isn't really a luxury. Instead of me going to get good grief, eggs, bacon, cheese, and all that shit, I'm not going to get it. And they got a stove here in this hotel in the room. I'm still not going to get none of that stuff. I got my herbs with me and all that stuff. Not all of them. All my herbs is in Belize right now. That's why I'm kind of upset that I'm not in Belize. But, essentially, there's no excuses for why we can't stay healthy. Fresh fruits. Your body is mostly made up of water. Eat fresh, hydrating foods. It only makes sense. Word. Peace.